Tansi, welcome to another episode with Nehiyaw Golf. Today we are at Mighty Peace Golf Club in Peace River, Alberta, and let's see what today had in store. Alright folks, thanks for sticking around. I just wanted to cordially welcome you guys all back to another episode of Nehiyaw Golf. I know the last time I uploaded was quite a while ago, and there's actually a very good explanation for that. Me and my wife actually welcomed our first baby girl into the world. It's been awesome, and around the time she was born, I was actually transitioning to a new job, and at the time of making this video, we're actually in the process of moving as well. So life's been pretty hectic to say the least. So uploading golf videos kind of went on the back burner there. I still played golf. I still went out there once or twice. Just haven't been able to record and upload. So this day, I thought it would be fun to record at Mighty Peace Golf Club in Peace River, Alberta. It's a nemesis course for me, I'm going to be honest. My best score here ever was 86. I don't know what it is about Peace River Golf Course. Whenever I come here, I always seem to blow up. But today, I think I did pretty good. So let's see how this day shaped up. So on that last shot there, I caught it off the toe, but I managed to keep the face square. But the flight didn't go as far as I wanted to go, but I was fortunate to not knock it into that little pond there. So on the first hole, I managed to get lucky and get away with a par. And on the second hole, we made the first bogey of the day. Hole 3 is a dog leg right. So I was trying to hit a draw here and I pushed it a touch. It still drew, not gonna lie, but I was in the left side rough and I had about a gap woods left. So this was just a nuked 52 degree, stuck it on the green, and we had a birdie opportunity. Missed it by that much. Clean up for par here and move on to the next hole. So hole 4 is the first par 3 at Mighty Peace, and I caught this extremely fat, splashed some sand in my eye, and it went dead left, but I was fortunate not to be in the trees. I was in this thick clover, and just a little chip shot here onto the green, and I would have been really, really pumped if I got away with it here again for a par, but it just missed it on the right side, and made another bogey for 2 over on the day. Hole 5 is a dog leg right, which should suit my natural ball flight, which is a draw, but I actually ended up pushing this left, but it turned out pretty good. I was in between holes 5 and 3, left me with a pitching wedge in, stuck it on the green, and we had a birdie opportunity. And we make our very first birdie of the day, and I was pretty stoked about that. So now I was +1 after 5 holes in Peace River, which is like unheard of for me. And this was actually my best drive of the day. It was 300 plus yards, middle of the fairway, dead straight, and I go and duff my approach shot. But that's the way golf goes sometimes, and just have to make do with what we can here. I was just trying to get close here, try to get in the barrel, as I like to say, and this should have went in. I actually hit the flagstick there and it swiveled around the hole, so I had to settle for the bogey after a beautiful drive. It's the way she goes sometimes. Hole 7 is a slight dog leg left and it opens up over there, so when I really try to go for it with the driver, I tend to slice it a touch to the left. So I picked up my tee thinking right away that, it was a good shot, but I couldn't find my ball. So I had to take a penalty drop, which was kind of cheap, to be honest. But I still made it on the green in 2 shots, even though I had a penalty drop. Getting away with it with par here would be huge. Sweet. So we actually made the par here, and would have been nice to get another bird there. Not gonna lie, or even an eagle, considering I made it on in two shots. But I was happy to not drop another shot there. And hole eight is another par three. I made it on, but it was a long birdie putt. And the longer I looked at this putt, the more it looked like it was going to drop. But we're just had to clean up for another par and moving on to hole nine. After that terrible tee shot, I was left with about 230 ish, and I pushed the 5 iron left here straight into the trees. And my bid to get on to the green here was denied by the spruce tree there. So here I was, my fourth shot, and I wasn't even on the green yet. So I was just trying to get anything on the green here and would have been happy with a double bogey, to be honest. But I actually ended up making this bogey putt. And so this was my best score ever for 9 holes at Mighty Peace, 3 over 39. And I was totally looking forward to the back nine. Alright, hole 10, there's water in play on the tee shot here, so you can go for the green here. It's very risky, but I just decided to hit a flush 8 iron just to get myself out there. And this was actually a nuked 52 degree, just trying to get anywhere on the green here, and I stuck it on. Kind of pulled it a touch, but I was on the green. And here's our first birdie chance on the back nine. And just a hair away from making it here is pretty funny, falling for dramatic effect, but par to start the back, I'll take it. Hole 11 is a slight dog leg to the right. It is a more of a bottleneck more than anything. So here it was just, you want to be on the left side of the fairway to have a clear shot at the green. I couldn't even see the flag from where I was standing here. And it didn't really matter because I duffed my approach shot maybe like 50 yards. So left me with a 60-degree in, and I didn't even hit it flush here, and it didn't go as far as I wanted it to. So I was left with a long look for par. And we got to around 3 feet there. So just a routine tap in and move on to the next hole. Hole 12 is a dog leg to the left, and here I was just trying to nuke it as hard as I could because I knew I was going to have a fade or a slight slice, and it ended up working out extremely well. Works. And I was in the middle of the fairway. This was a sand wedge left, and just kind of overshot just a touch. The wind was at my back. Maybe that contributed to a little bit. And we had another look for bird. Misread it and didn't even give it the wheels, and just clean up for par here. And let's move on to hole 13. Hole 13 is supposed to be a par 5, but it's been converted temporarily into a par 3 due to course maintenance. And this par 3 is 100 yards, so this was trying to be a nuked 60 degree. Got too much underneath it, and I was actually short. So now we're just trying to chip it close and hopefully get away with par. Come on. So this lie here, it was sloping severely to the left. So I was actually pretty surprised that it didn't break at all and had to settle for the bogey. So the way I see it, hole 14 is probably the most intimidating hole at Mighty Peace. It is a long par 3. From where the tee was today, it was like 270 yards to the green. pushed it left, couldn't find my ball, had to take the penalty drop. And you know how I said mighty piece, I always seem to blow up? Well, this is the hole where I blew up. So after that nasty triple bogey, I was looking forward to just hammering a tee shot, and this was a nice high fade trying to ride the wind, and I was on the fairway, and this was a crisp 52 degree. I actually kind of I don't know if I didn't hit it well or if the wind pushed it because it was at my back but it's going left, and I missed the green to the left. So I was just trying to chip it close, and we hit the flagstick here. And I'm actually pretty fortunate to have hit the flagstick. I think I would have sailed it maybe like 15 feet away, and we just cleaned it up for the par. Hole 16 is another par 5, and I was just trying to step on one here again. Kind of hit a full on slice here. Didn't get the distance I wanted, but I wasn't in the trees at all. So this was a crisp 5 iron. I was just trying to get it close in there, 100, 120 yards. And I hit pretty decent shot there. It was right in the middle, and it was very windy that day, if you guys can't tell. So this was another nuked 52 degree. It probably would have been smarter to just hit a gap wedge, or at least a muscle bag gap wedge. And we still made it on the green. So this was a long putt for birdie, and I was just trying to get it close, and I got it to about 3 feet, 3.5 feet, and just another cleanup for par. The penultimate hole is a par 3, 174 yards, and the wind was at my back, and I kind of overcooked a 7 iron here and landed on the green, hopped over. Fortunate enough to not be in the bushes, so I just chip it close and hopefully drain it for par. And this putt was pretty straightforward and cleaned it up. And lastly, hole 18 is a 369 par 4. There is water on the right, so maybe that scared me a little bit and ended up pushing my drive towards the left, which left my approach shot to be a blind one straight over the spruce. I kind of hit it too flush and pulled it a touch as well, and I was off the green, so I had to chip back on. And once I got on, I knew that I had 2 shots to work with if I wanted to break 80. Missed the par putt here, but I knew coming back for bogey it wasn't that daunting of a task. Breaking 80 at Mighty Peace Golf Club, it's basically unheard of for me. Every time I come here, I seem to shoot like mid 80s, high 80s, even high 90s at times. So I was really happy with the 79. Yeah, it was converted to a par 70, but I'll take it. Ksimaga, thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you on the next one.